Hello, comic book fans. Today I'm excited to talk about Mark Millar's Superior. I know this is an older series, but I just happened to stumble across this. Be honest, I never even heard of it. And it just kind of, it just kind of popped up when I was on Facebook one day. The Amazon section said recommended for you. And I just kind of clicked on it because it looked interesting, read the description, and goes, hey, that's sounds really good, like a good read. So I ordered it and I was definitely not disappointed. This is the hardcover version of the 7 issue miniseries, and this is a really fantastic book. There's the inside of the back, nothing fancy. And then the inside, the dust jacket, it's just there. So basically what this book is about is a young boy named Simon. He gets multiple sclerosis, and so he's confined to a wheelchair, blind in one eye. You know, it's things that can come with the disease. And he's a big fan of this old hero called Superior, so in this world, there is no superheroes at all. It's kind of like our world, and Superior is basically a stand-in for Superman. He's a comic book hero that was created in the 30s. He had a bunch of series of movies, so kind of like think of it as like Christopher Reeves playing Superman. So one day, this right here, this talking monkey appears to him and gives him a wish. And this is what happens. The boy turns into Superior, and he looks just like the actor from the movie, which totally freaks him out. The actor, of course, and they delve into that bit, which was a interesting and fun side story to this whole adventure. And it's pretty awesome. And here's Simon as Superior talking with his best friend. And then one of my favorite issues is this one right here. Is when he's talking with his friend, and they decide to go out into the woods and test out his powers. That was a interesting part. And he has all the powers of Superman: heat vision, freeze breath, super strength, flight, all that stuff. So that was really fun. So then he just ends up going around the world and saving people and doing miraculous things. And then it kind of switches to the kind of a point of view from the whole story kind of has narration from this reporter, and then it leads to the end. Like she was writing a story about Superior. And it's pretty cool. He ends up actually working for the US government. He meets Barack Obama, and he fights the war in Afghanistan for the US troops, which is pretty awesome. He arrests every single member of the Taliban and rescues every hostage that they have in all of Afghanistan without a single casualty. Does all these other amazing things around the world. Pulls a sunken submarine that was disabled at the bottom of the ocean out. He does all these amazing things. And then what happens is a week later, this monkey that comes back reveals its true intentions, and it's actually a demon from hell. So, and then he gives the boy an ultimatum, you know, sell me your soul and you can stay a Superior for the rest of your life, or don't and you get stuck back being this crippled boy with multiple sclerosis. And that's where I'll lead off with my story description there, because I don't want to give away his decisions or what motivates him to do what he does or anything like that. But it's really cool. And there's a lot of emotion in this story, obviously dealing with you know, a character with a disease like multiple sclerosis. And you can only imagine if you were had some kind of crippling disease, and then you suddenly get basically given the powers of Superman. Like, how would that even feel? Like, It's pretty. It's really well written, and you really feel for this character throughout the story. You actually feel bad for him because he's actually just a really good kid, and then he gets all these amazing powers, and he just kind of tries to live up to the superior standard, kind of like a Superman, just being this Boy Scout superhero. Has a rule of not killing anyone, and he does all that, and he does all this amazing stuff with people. And the struggle with his decisions near the end are pretty awesome. And then, yeah, I'll just leave it at that because I definitely recommend buying this book. It ended up being, I didn't even really know what to expect of it. It just sounded cool, and I ended up absolutely loving it. It's definitely one of the best things I've read. It's a nice quick read too, only 7 issues. And yeah, other than that, if you don't know what multiple sclerosis is, you should read up about it online. There's lots of places to fund for it. It's an important cause to help people with this disease. The company I actually work for does a lot of fundraising for that. So it's kind of interesting, this whole book on its take on superheroes, and it's very unique. Not much, you can't really say there's anything else out there like it. The design of Superior is actually kind of cool. I really enjoy this story. You should definitely check it out. You can still get it in hardcover format. It's a nice, good little book. There's not a lot of extras in this book. If actually there really isn't any at all. It's just you get all the people that helped create this book. You get little bios on them, and that's pretty much it, other than some advertisements at the back, and then this little information here about MS and what you can do to support funding for helping people with the disease and helping find a cure. But yeah, this is a fantastic book. Absolutely loved it. Loved the characters, loved the interactions. It's kind of brings a real world take on the whole superheroes. It's really interesting because it's kind of like, it's our world basically, and what would happen if a superhero just suddenly appeared. And then it's, of course, it's kind of following every little boy's fantasy, because who didn't want to be Superman when they were a kid, regardless if they had some kind of disease or not? Everyone would give a chance to have these kind of powers. So it's interesting to see how they explore, like, what would you do if you suddenly had all this power bestowed on you. So yeah, great book. Definitely recommend it. So thanks for watching my video, everyone.